What if I told you that the airplane you're looking at isn't just another Boeing 747? What if this giant green and white aircraft was built to redefine luxury, power, and long-haul travel in a way that few people have ever seen? From its enormous size and legendary four-engine design to the incredible engineering hidden beneath its wings, this aircraft represents an era when bigger truly meant better. But why does it look so different? Why was it painted in this unique green and white livery? And what secrets make this flying giant one of the most fascinating aircraft ever built? Stay with me, because by the end of this video you'll discover surprising facts, incredible technology, and the remarkable story behind one of aviation's most iconic jumbo jets. Few airplanes have captured people's imagination quite like the Boeing 747. Nicknamed the Queen of the Skies, it transformed commercial aviation forever. Before its arrival, international air travel was expensive, limited, and available to far fewer passengers. The Boeing 747 changed everything by carrying hundreds of people across oceans while making long-distance travel more affordable than ever before. The aircraft in front of you follows that legendary design philosophy. Its unmistakable hump on the upper deck instantly tells aviation enthusiasts they're looking at one of the most recognizable aircraft ever created. Even decades after its first flight, the Boeing 747 continues to turn heads at airports around the world. Standing beside a Boeing 747 is an unforgettable experience. The airplane stretches more than 70 meters in length, towers above airport vehicles, and carries four massive turbofan engines capable of producing extraordinary thrust. Every component of the aircraft was engineered to move hundreds of passengers, cargo, and fuel across thousands of kilometers without stopping. One of the first things you'll notice is its impressive nose section. Unlike modern twin-engine aircraft, the Boeing 747 features a distinctive upper deck that was originally designed with future cargo conversion in mind. Engineers wanted the nose to open upward so oversized cargo could be loaded directly into the aircraft. That practical engineering decision accidentally created one of aviation's most iconic silhouettes. As aviation technology evolved, airlines discovered the upper deck could also become an exclusive space for premium passengers. Over time, many Boeing 747s featured luxurious business-class cabins, first-class suites, lounges, or private seating areas that gave travelers an experience unlike any other commercial aircraft. The green and white color scheme shown here gives the aircraft a unique appearance. Combined with the elegant tail design, it creates a striking look that stands out on the airport apron. Under the bright sunlight, the glossy paint reflects the sky while emphasizing the enormous size of the fuselage. Looking beneath the wings reveals another engineering masterpiece. Each of the four engines is capable of producing tremendous thrust, allowing this giant aircraft to accelerate smoothly despite weighing hundreds of tons when fully loaded. During takeoff, the combined power of all four engines creates a deep roar that aviation enthusiasts describe as unforgettable. But raw power alone isn't enough. The Boeing 747 also relies on sophisticated aerodynamics. Its swept wings generate enormous lift while reducing drag at cruising speed. The wing design allows the aircraft to fly efficiently at high altitude where the air is thinner and fuel consumption is lower. Every section of the wing performs a specific task. Flaps extend during takeoff and landing to increase lift. Spoilers help reduce lift after touchdown. Ailerons control roll during flight, while the carefully engineered wing shape balances stability and efficiency throughout every phase of the journey. The landing gear is equally impressive. Unlike smaller aircraft, the Boeing 747 uses multiple landing gear assemblies to distribute its tremendous weight across the runway. This design allows airports around the world to safely handle one of the largest passenger aircraft ever built. Inside the cockpit, pilots command one of the most advanced flight decks of its era. Modernized Boeing 747 variants feature digital flight displays, sophisticated navigation systems, weather radar, autopilot technology, and multiple layers of redundancy that ensure safe operation even during challenging weather conditions. Flying such a massive airplane requires years of experience and extensive training. Pilots learn how to manage everything from engine performance and fuel balance to emergency procedures and long-haul international operations. Every flight represents the coordinated effort of highly trained professionals working together. Fuel is another fascinating aspect of the Boeing 747. Long-distance flights require enormous fuel capacity, with fuel stored primarily inside the wings. The aircraft's fuel management system carefully balances fuel between tanks throughout the flight to maintain proper center of gravity and maximize efficiency. Despite its size, the Boeing 747 cruises surprisingly smoothly at altitudes approaching 35,000 to 43,000 feet depending on the variant and flight conditions. At these heights, passengers enjoy smoother air while the aircraft operates more efficiently above much of the weather below. During cruise, the aircraft typically travels at nearly 900 kilometers per hour, allowing travelers to cross continents and oceans in a matter of hours. Routes that once required multiple stops became non-stop journeys thanks to the incredible capabilities of this aviation legend. The cabin itself was designed with passenger comfort in mind. Wide aisles, spacious seating configurations, large overhead storage compartments, and advanced environmental control systems made long-haul travel significantly more enjoyable than previous generations of aircraft. For many travelers, their first experience aboard a Boeing 747 became a lifelong memory. Walking through its massive cabin, hearing the gentle hum of 4 engines, and watching the wings flex gracefully during takeoff created an emotional connection few airplanes have ever matched. As remarkable as the Boeing 747 appears from the outside, the true magic begins when the engines come to life. Before every departure, pilots and ground crews perform a carefully coordinated sequence of inspections. Every control surface is checked, every fuel reading is verified, and every onboard system is monitored to ensure the aircraft is ready for one more journey across the skies. Once passengers are seated and the cabin doors are securely closed, the aircraft slowly pushes back from the gate. A tug gently moves the giant airplane away from the terminal while the flight crew begins starting each of the 4 powerful engines one by one. As each engine reaches normal operating speed, the distinctive sound grows louder, signaling that one of aviation's greatest machines is ready to fly. Taxiing a Boeing 747 requires incredible precision. Although the pilots sit high above the ground, they must carefully guide the aircraft through airport taxiways while maintaining safe distances from buildings, vehicles, and other airplanes. The wings stretch over 60 meters, demanding constant awareness from both the pilots and ground controllers. As the aircraft approaches the runway, there is a brief moment of silence. Final clearance arrives from air traffic control. The captain gently advances the throttles, and within seconds the 4 engines unleash enormous power. The aircraft begins accelerating rapidly, and despite its incredible weight, the Boeing 747 gains speed with surprising confidence. Passengers feel themselves pressed gently into their seats as the runway markings flash beneath the wheels. At exactly the right speed, the captain smoothly raises the nose, and the enormous aircraft lifts gracefully into the sky. The landing gear retracts, the flaps begin their gradual movement, and within moments the Queen of the Skies is climbing toward cruising altitude. Watching a Boeing 747 take off is unforgettable. Its graceful climb seems almost impossible considering its massive size. Yet decades of engineering innovation allow this giant aircraft to fly with remarkable stability and elegance. One reason for this performance is the flexibility of its wings. While they appear rigid from the ground, the wings actually bend upward during flight. This movement helps absorb aerodynamic forces and improves efficiency while reducing structural stress. It is one of the many engineering features hidden in plain sight. As the airplane climbs higher, cities become tiny patterns below. Roads transform into thin lines, rivers resemble silver ribbons, and mountains gradually disappear beneath the clouds. Soon the aircraft reaches its cruising altitude, where it will remain for hours while crossing continents and oceans. Inside the cabin, passengers often forget the incredible engineering surrounding them. Climate control systems continuously refresh the air, advanced pressurization keeps the cabin comfortable, and sophisticated insulation reduces engine noise to create a relaxing environment. Behind the scenes, dozens of computers constantly monitor every aspect of the aircraft. Engine temperatures, fuel consumption, hydraulic pressure, electrical systems, navigation equipment, and weather conditions are analyzed every second. If even a minor irregularity appears, the crew is immediately alerted. Safety has always been one of the Boeing 747's greatest strengths. Multiple backup systems ensure that even if one component fails, another is ready to take over. This philosophy of redundancy has helped make the aircraft one of the safest and most respected long-haul airliners in history. The airplane is also capable of carrying enormous amounts of cargo. While passengers enjoy comfortable cabins above, the lower deck can transport valuable freight ranging from electronics and medical equipment to humanitarian supplies and even live animals. This versatility has made the Boeing 747 indispensable for airlines around the world. Special cargo versions of the aircraft became legends in their own right. Some feature a hinged nose that opens upward, allowing oversized cargo that cannot fit into ordinary airplanes to be loaded with ease. These freighters continue serving global industries every single day. Throughout its lifetime, the Boeing 747 has carried presidents, royalty, astronauts, world leaders, celebrities, and millions of ordinary travelers. It has connected families, supported international business, delivered emergency aid during disasters, and helped make global travel accessible to people everywhere. Even as newer twin-engine aircraft became more fuel-efficient, the Boeing 747 maintained a special place in aviation history. Its unmistakable silhouette still excites aviation enthusiasts whenever one appears on the horizon. Airports often become gathering places for photographers hoping to capture this magnificent aircraft. Whether landing at sunrise, departing beneath golden evening light, or parked quietly on the apron, the Boeing 747 always commands attention. For pilots, flying the Boeing 747 is considered one of aviation's greatest achievements. Years of training and experience are required before earning the privilege of commanding such a remarkable machine. Many describe their first flight as a dream fulfilled after decades of dedication. Maintenance crews also deserve enormous credit. Thousands of individual inspections, scheduled repairs, and preventive maintenance procedures ensure every aircraft remains in excellent condition. Behind every successful flight stands an entire team of highly skilled engineers and technicians. Technology continues to evolve, but the Boeing 747 remains a symbol of ambition and innovation. It represents a time when engineers dared to think bigger, airlines dreamed of connecting the entire world, and passengers experienced the excitement of flying aboard the largest commercial aircraft of its generation. The green and white aircraft before you perfectly captures that timeless spirit. Its elegant design, enormous size, and powerful engines remind us why the Boeing 747 earned its legendary nickname, the Queen of the Skies. Although many airlines have begun retiring their passenger fleets, the legacy of the Boeing 747 will never disappear. Cargo operators continue to rely on its unmatched capacity, museums preserve its history, and aviation fans continue to celebrate one of the greatest engineering achievements ever created. Every time one of these giants lifts off the runway, it tells a story of innovation, determination, and human imagination. It proves that when vision meets engineering excellence, extraordinary machines become possible. So the next time you see a Boeing 747 climbing into the sky, remember that you're not simply watching another airplane. You're witnessing a living legend that changed aviation forever and inspired generations of engineers, pilots, and dreamers across the world. If you enjoyed discovering the incredible story behind this iconic jumbo jet, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next journey into the fascinating world of aviation. Until next time, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next adventure.